Where's the location? Where's the location say, somebody? Flexible. Come on, Bud, you want to talk. Yeah, you want to talk. Bud didn't get to talk yet, so she wants to talk. Read that for me. Talk about it.
Location, flexible.
Right.
You will essentially be a field worker, fulfilling the requirements of the role in your local community. You will be prepared to leave the security of home behind at certain times.
What? Leave home, fulfill requirements in your local community, be prepared to leave my house? What? She asked, one of the questions was, are you willing to travel? Oh, I can be there if I need to, overtime, right? Matthew 8, write that down next to that. See, I could have put it in there for you, but I want to see if you actually want to read. Just write Matthew 8 next to it. I'm going to read it to you. Matthew 8 says this. Now, when Jesus saw the crowd, he ordered his disciples to go to the other side of the lake. And a legal expert, a Pharisee, came to him and said, "Teacher, I'll follow you wherever you go." Jesus replied, "Foxes have dens, and the birds of the sky, they have nests. But the Son of Man has no place to lay his head." Another man said to him and said, "Lord, I want to come with you, but first, let me go bury my father." He said, "Follow me and let the dead bury the dead." What? Jesus says, "I don't have a house." Jesus says, "I go where I need to go." And the guy says, "I got to bury my father." And Jesus is like, "No, let the dead bury their dead. We got to go." What is he talking about when he says, "Let the dead bury the dead"? Dead people can't bury dead people. He's talking about dead people in the spirit. Dead people who don't care, who are focused. Oh man, I'm going to tell you something right now. Jealousy. Anxiety. Do you know what happens when you have those things? You know what that means? It means you're afraid of death. It means you're afraid of death. You say, how is that so? I'm glad you asked. Because if you're eternal, are we bodies with spirits or spirits with bodies?
Spirits with bodies.
We're spirits with bodies. So we are in an earth suit for this time. So we're eternal creatures. So what do we care about something that's temporary? We don't. So when you're allowing, basically through jealousy and through anxiety, you're allowing a mortal body to make an eternal decision. And your mortal body can only think to mortal things of this world. If I know that I'm going to get through this, that I'm going to exist after this, why should I be jealous for you? Why should I be anxious? I shouldn't be, because I'm not afraid of death. But the people who are afraid and concerned of death, he said, let the dead bury their dead. They're already dead anyways, they don't have anything else. Us that have life, we've got something to do today. I don't have time to do that because there's more people who need to be saved. There's more people that need to hear the gospel. And so that's basically what Jesus is telling them. Let us go, we got work to do, so that other people can have life. There are plenty of people who when they die, they'll just die. That's it. But Jesus said that if you follow me, you'll never taste death. Right? So he said, for them, let them do that. But if you want to come with me right now, let's just go. Because we're going to go make more people who are going to have life. Right? So that's more important. So the location, you don't have security, right? You may not. What if God tells you to pick up? If he tells you to pick up and go? What about my stuff? What about my house, right? That's why a lot of people can't do it. God's telling them to pick up and do this. Well, let me settle these things first. Do you think he's concerned about that? No. Why? Because it's temporary. Roll